Tony Caridi. I'm sitting here with Steven Slate of Slate Digital, Steven Slate Drums, and Slate Pro Audio.
Hello, hello.
How you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's a pleasure. I always love to come to the Avid booth. You guys are always popping over here. You always got something good, cool going on. So it's exciting.
We pop. You having a good NAMM so far?
It's been a great NAMM. NAMM's a fun show. You know, you got a lot of people, great music creators coming out, and they want to talk. They want to talk about the products. Some of them come up to me and they're like, "Oh, I love your stuff." Some of them are like, "God, one bug is driving me nuts," and it's all good. You take it all in, and
there you are.
Yeah, exactly. That's the dude. So what I did is, you can see I'm not wearing my Steven Slate name badge. I put it on my assistant, so he's been getting the brunt of most of this stuff today.
He's the guy with the black eye.
Exactly.
So we were all very anxious to hear about your plans for AAX. We're happy to see that there's the virtual bus compressor on the booth, live,
Correct.
Working in AAX. It's
oh,
awesome.
Yeah. It's rocking.
Thank you for that. When
really
can we
excited.
expect to see that in the market?
Well, it's going to be out. We're just finalizing the algorithms. You guys have our beta release, which is really, it's good. It sounds great. We're just tweaking a few little minor details, and I would expect that out within the next 30 days. You know, I'm being a little conservative there, but you know, I'd rather be conservative than get rocks thrown at me if it's not done in 30 days exactly. But I think it will be, and it's going to be a really cool plugin. You know, we spent so much time trying to figure out what makes some of these famous analog mixed bus compressors sound the way they do, and the different nonlinear analog modeling that we did. I think is pretty revolutionary, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty amazing what we were able to do with code.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt this stuff sounds great, and that's why it's been so incredibly popular. You got another half a dozen plugins that aren't quite AAX yet. How soon can we expect those?
Well, the good news is the reason the VBC is going to be the first in AAX is because it's the first plugin in our new framework system. We from the ground up, built a new plugin framework so that we can produce things faster and easier, and one of the parts of that framework is AAX execution. So what we're going to do now is that after the VBC is out, which is kind of like the test dummy for this new framework, and by the way, it's gone very well, is we're going to take all of our other plugins and port them over by redoing them in this new framework. And that's going to ensure AAX compatibility. It's going to be quicker. It's going to be, more stable and less CPU for the AAX native.
Oh, that's great. So this is the pilot run, and it's going well, and it bodes really great for the rest of them.
It's going really well.
Excellent.
I'm super happy about it, for sure.
So you're a busy guy. So we've got Slate Digital,
right.
Which is, we've got the plugins.
That's my partnership with the amazing Fabrice Gabriel, who's my partner at Slate Digital, and he's just a genius, and we work so well together where we have a vision in mind, and we're able to make these amazing creations, and we just, we're very complementary to each other's skill sets, and it's a lot of fun making tools with him. Yeah, that's Slate Digital.
And then aside from that, you've got Steven Slate Drums,
right?
Which is another. You got some more
software.
Yeah, so
that's a software company I have of my own, and that's the one that makes the Steven Slate Drums virtual instrument, which is really cool. We just released the Crystal Algae expansion pack of that, and that's been really fun. And then of course we have the Steven Slate Trigger plugin, which will also be AAX. But actually, both of those plugins will be AAX as well, and those are currently being worked on right now as well. That's
great. I can't wait for that one. That one's super useful.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, of course, you've got you've got Steven Slate Pro Audio.
Correct.
Right? And you guys are getting a ton of buzz with your Raven console. Your booth is packed.
Yeah,
everyone's got their hands on it.
It's been fun. Yeah, we made a multi-touch DAW controller. We're showing it off with Pro Tools 10 right now, and it's a beast, man. I've never worked quicker, faster, and more efficiently in Pro Tools in my life. Just reaching out, grabbing tracks, and grabbing multi-touch faders, because we have an extra layer of a multi-touch mixer that controls the Pro Tools mixer. And it's just quick, it's fun, it's efficient, and it's kind of like the old school analog workflow, but it's just all touch.
Right. So what kind of things did you do to make that to just kind of overcome what people would normally think the barriers would be if you're dealing with a giant glass touch screen?
Sure,
like it might get smudgy or something, or it might be hard to.
Well, yeah, I mean, we had to think of all these things. Like, we use a specialized kind of glass with a nanoglide surface, so it's ultra slick. We had to make sure that the touch technology had a quick enough response time, so we got under 5 milliseconds, so everything's lightning fast. In fact, faster than most analog hardware faders. in terms of the response of if you have a motorized fader. And yeah, we took all these things into account, and then of course the programming, so that it's one thing just coding something in touch, but also you've got to code it to have a certain feel, because believe it or not, touch has a response and a feel, and that has to be
it's
incorporated.
It's not a one-to-one thing.
Of course, no. There's nothing linear about how these different parameters respond. It has to respond like you would expect an audio console to respond.
Sure. So this is all exciting stuff. Of course, if you want to find out more information about any of this stuff, you go to slatedigital.com, stevenslatedrums.com,
proaudio.com. Very
I got
cool.
it right. It's been a long day.
You got a great memory, Tony. That's more. I mean, I can barely remember my websites, and I made them. So
we can't wait to see these plugins come out.
Me too.
Thanks for your commitment to AAX and Pro Tools. For more information, go to those websites. You can also go to avid.com/plugins, and you can check out our nifty new plugin finder and check out all of the plugins that are available for Pro Tools. So thanks for joining us here. We will see you online.